also got, and this is really good news, 0 cases of COVID-19 in ICU. So that is fantastic news. And there was 1,539 new cases of COVID-19, 35,000 tests by Queensland Health yesterday. Now, as we would have seen, the Premier announced this morning, and she's been foreshadowing for the last couple of days, we are moving to rapid antigen tests as a valid test for interstate travellers from COVID-19 hotspots from the 1st of January. What that means is someone today who wants to come to Queensland, because it's within the 72 hours on the 1st of January, you can go and get a rapid antigen test, and that will be the valid test for you to come into Queensland from today. So no need to line up to get a PCR test. Go and get your rapid antigen test, have the border pass declaration completed, and you can come into Queensland from the 1st of January. Of course, talking about the milestones around 90% double dose, which we're getting very close to. Once we hit 90%, you don't need any test. But until we hit 90% double dose, the rapid antigen test is now a valid COVID-19 test for entry into Queensland from interstate hotspots. So I encourage those people coming to Queensland, consider your options, but certainly a rapid antigen test is a very good option for you. You'll avoid the queues for a PCR. Now, the other important information is, of course, we are continuing to encourage people to go out and get tested if you're feeling unwell. Make sure you get the masks when you're in places where you can't socially distance, and the other requirements around being at certain locations where it is mandatory for you to wear those masks. And please also keep up good hygiene. I'll now hand over to the Chief Health Officer to provide more information around the change today, as well as also the COVID cases. Then we'll hear from the Commissioner, take some questions, and then at the end we've got some really important messages to reinforce about road safety as we're heading into the New Year celebrations. So I encourage you all to stay tuned in until then. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. So today in Queensland we have 1,589 new cases to report. That brings the total to 8,534 since the beginning of the pandemic, and there are 6,368 cases currently active. Despite this substantial number of cases we have active in Queensland, 6,368, we still have no cases in our intensive care units, which clearly indicates that the vaccines are working. But I would encourage anyone who is eligible to go and get their 3rd dose if it's been 5 months since their 2nd dose. It's critical that people go ahead and get their 3rd dose. Now, cases have been statewide, including rural and remote areas. Overnight, a case was detected on Thursday Island. The person involved had done all the right things. They were fully vaccinated, they got tested and then isolated straight away when the test result came back, and that case is currently being managed by the Torres and Cape Hospital and Health Service. But it does remind us it's critical that everyone in all regions of Queensland, no matter where you are, no matter how remote you might be, that you need to be vaccinated. This can strike us anywhere. At this stage, information is new on this particular patient, but at this stage it appears that he acquired the infection interstate. There were 35,002 tests conducted yesterday. Interestingly, this is actually 3,015 tests more than the day before, despite the fact that we removed the 5-day testing requirement for people returning from interstate. I think this suggests that people have come out over the Christmas period to get tested, and they may well be symptomatic. So that's a good thing. I think it indicates that we're probably able to focus our testing more on those likely to be infected. So it won't surprise me if in the next 24 hours our numbers do increase.